Okay, hello everybody, Bob Levin here. I'm going to be here for just a couple minutes while Chad gets himself set up. He's running just a touch late. He was on a call. So I am going to come on here and say hi and finish getting everything set up here at my end. So how is everybody doing? And I'm going to make the assumption that you guys can hear me, and you should be able to see a screen that says go to webinar. So let me chunk out of that, get out of that, get out of that. I don't need that. There we go. Here's Facebook. So we got for the EverLesson group. So loud and clear. Okay, good. So everybody can see my screen and in turn can hear me. That's good. Okay, so since I'm going to be kicking around here a little bit, how many of you folks let's put it this way, how many of you were on the webinar that I did, I think it was Sunday morning, over the weekend, on packages and products and so forth? So anybody was there, did you find it to be very useful? Did it provide you with good information? Cool. All right, now, all you folks that missed it, all right, there is a replay up, and it's in my membership group, so hang on a second while I go there, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to go get it. It's there, and I put it up, I think it was Sunday night. So you need to go to my Facebook group right here, and it's Bob's Lessons on the Internet. So I will paste this link in here into the chat so that everybody can see it. There we go. And if you join my group, okay, it's free. I don't spam, I don't do anything such as that. So anyway, there we go. There's the link. And all the information is here in the pinned post, right here. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, hang on, let me go back. I'm clicking too fast. It's all in the pinned post here, right? It gives you the login for the membership site, the sign-up page for the membership site, etc. And it will take care of all that stuff and all my webinars that I've done. And this one here, the one that I just did, is in the special sessions section. There we go, right there. I posted it right here. I posted it in the special section, sessions section. So if you did not see it and you want to get some information on that, boom, that's what you got to do. Now, I did realize the following day that I did miss one thing. And I forgot to bring it up there because we were talking about a bunch of other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my membership site. Just there we go. That'll work. And it's where you have to assign the group to the particular lesson and or product. All right, let's see. There we go. There. Because I can try to explain it, but as they say, a picture is worth 12 or 13 words. Let's go there. And there is my membership right there. All right, so we talked all about creating packages, what they are. We actually didn't spend as much time on packages as on, what membership site, what you have is a product. That's a product right up here. This is a product. These are lessons, etc. All right, and then you have a package, and then we talked a little bit about levels, and levels are so simple and so easy. It's really is ridiculous, unless you're a very old timer. And if you're an old timer, then levels meant something different way back 2 years ago. All right, we don't use that. We changed that out a long time ago. So anybody that's new, levels are so simple. But right here, you have to set a package for every one of your products. All right, and this is where a lot of people get caught. All right, and they think it's a you know, oh, the product's broke, what's going on? But you got to assign a product to it. So once we create a package, since this is like the top level, and if I click on set package, boom, right there, it's going to list all of my packages, right? And you have to have one of them checked. So what happens is a lot of times people will create a package, right? Remember, this is a package. I'm sorry, this is a product up here, but you don't assign a package to it. A lot of times that just people skip right over it, forget about it. So if you set up the top level one, check mark there, save it, that now assigns that package to this particular product. And it will eventually turn blue, but it doesn't turn blue until after you kind of get out, come back in and so forth. But then each one of the lessons, now these are all the webinars that I've done, all right? If I come over here and look at this, set package, it's got a check mark for what that package is. All right, so make sure that you do that as well. Now, if that's unchecked, then when somebody comes to it, they're not going to be able to see this particular lesson. All right, so we've got that. So I just want to show you right here under special sections, special sessions, all right, EverLesson product right here, all right, and I've set the package for special sessions, all right. So it's there, and just to show you, let's see, let's go actually log into this particular one. What did I do wrong? I didn't click on the right button, did I? We'll go there. There we go. There's my login page. Log in as myself. Oh, I do have my coffee. Good. All right, and there's my membership right there, and the live webinar replays are here, and here's the special sessions right here. So if we open that up, EverLesson's products, lessons, packages, and levels. This is the webinar that I did last weekend. And if you go into there, boom, 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 it's going to play. All right. Well, okay, so Bill says I only have live webinar replays, right? Then, okay, you've got, actually you do have access to it. You just don't know it. Come up here to My Products. Let's try that. If not, it's in the store. Yep, probably it's in the store. So we'll click on that and we'll go up to the store. All right here, and just click it like you're buying it. And that will take care of that. All right, because I have multiple, these are 3 separate packages. I sell them separately, right, for $0. And then I have some tips over here. Now, I actually did this thing on packages a while back. I think it was in July. And let's see. Where did I put that one from July? Yeah, we'll just go into that one. I think it's in my regular webinar ones, and it's listed there. Oh, I don't have to sign up for this. I'm already signed up. But have you guys seen this? You probably have, but a refresher. So I'm going to log in, or I'm going to sign up for this, and I'm going to type in my email address. Oh, guess what? I'm already a member of this website or of this membership site. So it's not going to let me just log in and create a new member. All right, so at this point it says, whoops, good news, you already have an account. Enter the password below, all right, because I'm already there. Account already exists. All right, your account has been successfully upgraded. Effectively, I've added those permissions for that one tip for me. Come back and log in. Oh, let's see, what do I got? Signing on. Okay, so pretty soon you will be done with me, and Mr. Chad will be here. He's attempting to get logged in right now. So then I would have all three listed, which I already have. So I hope that answers your question, Billy. Okay, so I don't know what else. I don't think I want to start into anything else because Chad's going to be here very, very shortly. He said he was signing on, and I'm just waiting for him to get signed on. Move that down, rearrange my back stuff. Yep, see, pretty easy, Billy. Good. All right, so I've got that there. Got some other webinars that were of pretty good interest. Now, I also did, I mean, nobody that's, you got to learn how to work the back end. If you go into my live webinars, Chad should be here very, very, very shortly. I see his, we now have 2 administrators. But if you come in here, hi, Chad. All right. But let me just finish this. So I did a whole pile of stuff on EverLesson. All right. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I did 6 parts of that. All right. Also done stuff on Cloudflare. Done stuff on S3. So there's a lot of information that I have in this particular membership site. So I'm not, you know, again, it's not, I don't sell it. It's there. So, hey, Chad, would you like to be a guest today on this particular webinar?
Yeah, if you could, I appreciate it.
Okay, well, let me introduce to you Chad Nicely. It's all yours. Go ahead, my man.
Cool. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had kind of have a little bit of emergency going down, and it kind of sucks because the timing could not be any worse, but that's okay. So let me just see who's on the call really quick. And Ray, are you on the call? Ray is on the call. Okay. Bob, if you'll give me the screen.
Yes, I will. Doing it now.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Go to webinars crashing. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? I just want to make sure that you guys can see the screen.
Not yet. I'm not.
No.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So first of all, if you're attending the event, I want to make sure that you guys saw this post right here. I'm going to kind of talk about that and what's going on with the event. Next, there was a post that was made right here. I think her name's Lima. It says, "Hey guys, I'm an EverLesson owner. I'm just starting to learn how to use it. I've had it for a while, but I'm technically challenged, so I'm a bit intimidated by it. However, I'm ready to dive in as I'm learning it. I'm getting excited about the possibilities. I belong to a group where we all are learning how to create membership site businesses, and I feel like I could do some encouraging to bring some people over to use EverLesson. Right now, most of them talk about Kajabi being the thing they use. I can't find anything on Google that explains the difference between Kajabi and EverLesson, so if someone could please give me some key points to share with them that could make a difference to bring them in. EverLesson, that would be appreciated. I'm not asking as an affiliate. I don't even know how to do that. I'm just trying to get more business for this platform." Okay, so this one post right here spun off a whole new monster, and it was one of those things where we took massive action with what was being shared here. So I all of a sudden realized that there are membership groups out there. I belong to a lot of them, and yes, she's right. They are struggling with platforms like Kajabi and Teachable and Thinkific and Smart Member and Fresh Member and Product Dino and all those other platforms that don't even compare to what we have. So the other night I came up with a strategy. I said, well, based on this post, let's go out there and let's find people, let's find memberships, or not memberships, let's find groups where we can go and spread the word about EverLesson. And then we're in the process of swapping everything over to ThriveCart. So you guys are going to sign in the ThriveCart. You're going to get your link where you will promote this page right here. And we've been kind of working on this page a little bit as far as conversions and everything. It's doing really, really well. But what we found is people are getting confused when they come in. So there's a lot of changes taking place right now with the onboarding process and everything. So let me just go ahead and show you that really quick so that you guys can see the direction we're going. So if I come over here, these are the onboarding screens, and it's just going to kind of show you the direction we're going so that when you bring people in the system, they are not lost. They know exactly what to do. So when you get in there, the first thing is, you know, we're going to walk you through the wizard. You're going to create a membership. You know, then you'll go through here and you'll choose your theme. So it's going to like walk you through the whole entire process of first creating a membership. And then once you get your membership created, next you'll go through here and you'll set up your payment options, right? So I had to lay all this out the other day. So it's a step-by-step process of what they're going to go through, and then they're going to go through here and they're going to create their course. And then when it's all said and done, they're going to come over here to the final screen where we're going to have a video. It's going to say, okay, we just created your membership, we just created your course. From here on out, as soon as you click this button, you're going to be taken to a dashboard where they'll pretty much do everything that you guys are doing right now. So we're not really pushing the CSV creation. That's more for power users at this point, okay? So that just kind of gives you a direction where we're going with things. But let me show you something else. I don't want to lose that page. If I go back to that post, let me see. So when I had the idea, sorry guys, I'm a little flustered right now. When I had the idea to go out there and basically have you guys join all these other groups where you could spread word about EverLesson, and then I thought, I put this strategy out there. I said, you know, what would I do if I wanted to bring in a bunch of trials, if I wanted people to convert over from like Kajabi or something to EverLesson, what would I do? What would be an irresistible offer? Like I'm always having to ask, what would an irresistible offer be? So an irresistible offer for me would be, you know what we'll do is I'll go over here into my platform, I'll create the course for you, or I'll move your course for you, and I'll come back and I'll show you what you think, right? So then I would do exactly that. I would take the spreadsheet, I would load it into my platform with their existing course, and then I would come back to them and I'd say, so what do you think? Right? And I might have my banners on, I might have my news tickers on, I might have the monetization on, you know, whatever. Okay, gamification, all the things that make EverLesson what it is. And at that point, I'm pretty sure they're going to say, oh, wow, this is really cool. What's this platform called again? And then you can say, oh, it's called EverLesson. Here's my link. Okay, so I put that out there. The response was really, really good. And then I stepped back and I started thinking about it. I said, you know, it sounds good in theory, but so many times I've put amazing strategies out there in theory, and the members haven't always followed up with it. So then I said, okay, well, what if I went out there and I trained a VA to know everything that we need to do? They know exactly how to run EverLesson, and they know how to take a spreadsheet. They know how to log into Smart Member or Thinkific or, you know, Fresh Member, whatever it is, and they know how to copy an existing course over to a new spreadsheet. If we could do that, then what I would do is I would basically just pass the costs on to you. So it would be like $35, $40 or whatever. You would give you know, you would give us your spreadsheet, our staff member would do that, we would go back and give you the deliverables, you would go give it to your client, and then basically say, here's my affiliate link, sign up. Now understand, this is not an agency play, okay? With the agency license, guys, we want you going out there, we want you basically, you know, providing services, doing it for them and taking a $10,000, $20,000 ticket. What this is a play to get as many residual people in the door as you can once we have these trials right here opened up to ThriveCart. Okay, that's what this is. That's what's happening here. Okay, so I started putting all this together, and you know, I'm an action taker. So when I get an idea, I just jump in head first all the time. We just jump in head first. And so you can see that I went out there and I posted this job, and I said I'm looking for a VA that can work with. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can get to this job. I don't like Upwork. Let me see jobs. Let me try this here. View proposals, edit posting. Okay, so it's a very, very simple ad. It took me like 30 seconds. I'm looking for a VA that can work with CSVs, Udemy, and online courses. This is a very unique job. We're looking for somebody that's good working with CSV files and can follow simple directions. It's a very easy process. It can eventually lead up to full-time work. I will train the right person. Okay, so I made that job last night, and I'm going to say within 20 minutes I had like maybe 20 applicants, right? So I come through here and I look at these, and I'm going to look for somebody in the Philippines. They're the easiest to work with. I have the most experience with them, but you can see I was getting $8 an hour, $6 an hour, $3.75 an hour. I can get her down to $3, $5 an hour, and then I come over here, I click show more. $5 an hour, 5, 5, 5, 4.25, 5, 6, 5, 5, 7, and then if I come down here, you see that we start getting into like $4, $3, $3, $3.50, $3. So you can see these little circles over here. I started talking to each one of these individuals, and I started interviewing them. And the one that caught my attention was this Sarah girl here, and I don't know why, but I started talking to her. And there was one point where I was asking about her experience, and she had told me that she has scraped courses before, right? She said somewhere here, she said, I've actually gone and scraped courses before. And I said, well, let's see. She said the video is all about courses. Let me see. It was above that. Let me see if I can find it. It really surprised, yeah, right here. So she said to me, Udemy, I haven't used it, but I assure you I learned fast. I also have experience on scraping online courses. So I'm like, okay, what online courses have you scraped? And she says, Advanced Marketing course of Neil Patel, EverCoach course, meditation course, also Facebook pages. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. This is the girl I want. So what I did was I gave her this video here, the same video that I've given you guys, and I asked her to go watch this video because there's 3 simple steps. Type in the chat here, guys, how many people watched this video? Let me see, type in the chat. How many people watched this video? Yes? Good. Good. Okay, good. Watch it. It's 3 simple steps. Step number 1, create your membership. Step number 2, create your CSV file. Step number 3, load your CSV into the wizard. Right? Okay, so I gave that to her, and she watched it. She came back. She's like, wow, this is a lot of fun. This is easy. I can do this, da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, that was just too easy. So I'm like, okay, I'll hire you at $3 an hour. And then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, so now I got to put together a form. I got to give it to the members. I got to tell them, look, you know, you'll have options where my staff can either go scrape an existing course, or you know, you can give us a CSV file and we'll build out your whole entire course for you. That would be pretty cool, right? So then I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, I got to put together that form, and then I got to make sure that there's quality being done. I got to make sure the VA is doing a good job, and there may be a little communication back and forth. And then all of a sudden I realized, I'm like, oh boy, I think I got too much on my plate as it is. So I'm like, but you know, it's a good opportunity because somebody can make some decent money with this, especially when they get enough people there. So I went live last night and I said, reach out to me right now if you would like to do this. Shrita saying, oh my God, my mind is spinning with ideas. Yeah, stay focused, Shrita. So just like I'm staying focused, I had to let go of this opportunity, right? So I said, okay, I got too much stuff going on with the events, with development, with survey, with, you know, the new event app that we have coming out and everything else. I said, okay, I'm going to let this one go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live and I'm going to give this opportunity to somebody else, and I'm just going to say, look, here's a girl you want to hire. She's already inside of EverLesson. She's already like building out memberships. She's already being trained and everything else. And then what I'll do is I will endorse you. We'll put EverLesson's name on your service, and now we have an amazing service that we can offer our members. That person's going to make some profit. Our member is going to be able to get their courses built. So the word is going to spread, and now I have something that I can rely on myself, guys, because even though I was the one that went and built, let me see if I can find it. Even though I was the one that went and built this whole entire platform and the spreadsheet and everything else, I still get intimidated technically as well. I still have a hard time with it as well, right? But what I can do is I can open up this sheet here, and I can come over to a log sheet, and I can certainly come up with the names for my lessons, and I can come up with descriptions, and it's going to automatically go create the video URL for me. Like, I can do all this. I can come up with my categories because I got to create group immersion next, okay? And then I can come up with my lessons here, okay? And then I can put my category IDs in here. I can put my lesson type, my lesson description. I can put a video type here. I can put a video title. And then I can just mark off when I'm done with the intros. I can mark off when I'm done with the PowerPoints. Yes or no? How many people can do this? If this is all you have to do, how many people can do this? I know everybody that was at my big event in Vegas can do this, right? Ada's saying she can finally do this. Good. Look, what if that's all you have to do? What if you come over here and you go and you open up your workflowy, okay? So you guys know I love this software. So what if you go and you open this up and you grab everything here and you're just going to copy it right here, and then you have your categories if you want to use categories, and then you come over here and you come up with a goal. If you choose to, you come up with a goal for each one of your lessons. And then what if you could just go and pass this sheet off to somebody else and they would do everything for you? You'd say, here's my banners, here's what my goals are, and they would go set up everything for you. Because look, for me, time is money, and sometimes I get overwhelmed, right? And I make things more complicated than they need to be, and I'm thinking, okay, if I created the program, if I created this whole entire sheet and everything, and if I get overwhelmed, I imagine the members do too. So what if you could just go pass this off, and we're not talking about like a $1,000, $2,000 deal. We're not talking nothing high ticket. This has nothing to do with agency holders, okay? But what if you could just go hand this off, guys, and then you would get an email back, you would get a response back that says, here's your access, here's where you want to give your users, you know, where they can log in. What if all that was done for you? Would you guys appreciate that, yes or no? See, I would appreciate it too. I would appreciate it too, and me, I'm a gambler. I would go find those groups, and I would reach out to people, and I'd say, hey, I want to move everything over for you, and then what I would do is I would go pay this individual I'm about to introduce you to, and he would have his team set it up. He would come back, he'd give it to you, and then I think you guys would definitely get residual profits out of this. And if you can get somebody in the platform, then they will keep paying every single month. Does everybody understand the opportunity of what I'm presenting to you, yes or no? Shrita says yes, Peter says yes, Danny says yes. Pretty creative, right? Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I think this was a very, very good choice for somebody to run this operation, is I am going to make Mr. Ray Slayer the presenter. Ray, are you there?
Yes, I am.
And let's see if he has something to present to us. And keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, this is an action taker right here. You see how fast we put this together. Okay, Ray, go ahead and share your screen, and it's all yours.
All right. So just making sure that you guys can see my screen. I've never used GoToWebinar, so I'll need some verbal.
Yeah, we can see you. Now go ahead and click on slideshow. I know you created your slides. So Ray learned to put together PowerPoints in Las Vegas. There you go. And now you can arrow over.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh, hang on. Hey, this is great. It's not technically challenging, right?
Nope.
All right, so yeah, what we ended up doing was creating some packages to put together a very easier way of doing this so people can get some things in motion here for the different memberships and what we're going to be doing here. So Chad, do I just use the arrow keys on the keyboard or down here in the bottom left?
I don't know. Find out.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, spacebar. Love it. So what we ended up creating was we've got 3 different packages here, and what this is going to do is help kind of get everybody going with the spreadsheet. So we'll go ahead and just start going through them. So with the first package, we've got what's called a starter. So what we're going to do is we're going to design the membership from what they've currently have, whether, and we'll get to slide 2, but we're going to design the membership. We're going to have a CSV file, and that's going to be the file for the categories and for the content. And then we are going to have to where we're going to create your course for you. We are going to set up your permissions on that course, and then to do this basic starter package, it would be $40. So to design the membership, do the 2 CSV files, create your course, and set up the permissions, this would be the starter one. So we can, it's however you guys want to do this between the 3 packages that we have. And then what we would do is move on to package number 2. And let's see, oh yeah, and we also did too that if you had over 30 lessons, we would request that you would contact us for a quote. So this would be up to 30 lessons for the starter package. So then when we go over to package number 2, then what the people that we are looking to target would be people that are on YouTube or people that are using Teachable, ClickFunnels, SmartMember, Kajabi, it's Thinkific, and then we've got Product Dino, FreshMember. All of these places, people are, as Chad was saying before, they're having a hard time creating a membership type business, and we can already take care of that. So because the way EverLesson has gone and how it's been, you know, being developed is just amazing. So we have a real opportunity here as a community and helping each other to help these people that are in all these other platforms have a better solution. So again, for package number 2, we would take what they have and move it into the EverLesson platform and design their membership. We would again create the CSV files to where they would have the course and the content. We would create the course as well from what they already have existing. We would set up the permissions, and then the other thing that we would do here too is scrape the existing course. And again, that would go up to the 30 lessons that they have, so we would go through everything that they already have set up in one of the other membership platforms. As you can see there, you know, whether it's ClickFunnels or Kajabi or Teachable or what have you. So whatever somebody else has put together, we will move all of that over into the EverLesson platform. And then to do package number 2, this would be $65 to do that. And again, we would go up to 30 lessons. Anything beyond that, we would have to go ahead and quote, and I already see a misspelling I did. So, but anyhow, we were trying to hurry up and put this together. So, and then what we would do from this point on would be package number 3, and then package number 3 would be the upgrade. So again, here we would actually work on the monetization. We would do the goal creation. We would do the resources. And then this would be the complete setup from package 1 all the way to package 3. So it's a full-fledged using the Excel spreadsheet, using everything that we know that EverLesson can do, pulling it in from the other platforms, and you could choose a package 1, a package 2, or a package 3. But what we've done is actually to do just this package 3, this would be a total cost of $45 to do this. And then what I put together at the end was a recap. So we would start with the other memberships that we are targeting in the different groups and people that we know. We would design their membership. We would create the 2 CSV files for content and categories. We would create their course. We would set up the permissions. We would scrape their existing course, again, up to 30 lessons. We would set up their monetization features. We would set up the goal creation, set up their resources, do the complete setup of that lesson inside of EverLesson. And then we will also have an easy form that you can submit exactly what's needed. So we'd have an online form that the EverLesson community would have access to, and to do everything that we just covered would be $150 to do the whole thing from start to finish. But because it's with the community and what we're putting together to get this thing really launched and do a great job, that we would end up doing it for $135 for everything. So that's what I have for my presentation. How does that sound?
Cool. Good job. So there's some questions coming in. I know you can't see the questions. Hold on. So I saw Naomi asked a question. $40 monthly or one time? It's one time, Naomi.
Yes, one time.
He's not maintaining the membership for you. He's just getting it built so that you can go deliver it. Do we know what issues specifically these people are having with the other platforms? I don't think it's so much issues. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously there is some issues, Hugh, but the big thing is, you know, people really like the monetization and they like the gamification. It's just it's a nice addition, and you know, we're getting ready to take things to a whole new level with the you know, the webinar sign-up pages and all that stuff. I mean, ultimately, I've been saying this for a while, and yes, we are still making very good progress with the auto webinar platform, but the goal is once you create your course, like once you submit the sheet, your webinar funnel would be built, your sales funnel would be built, and your free sign-up funnel would be built. So that's going to really allow us to get ahead in the marketplace, and I kind of already know that until they go and rip us off too, right? So we just bring some things to the table that they don't have. Vicky says, great prices, Ray. David says, thank you. David Hobley says, nicely done, Ray. Was this your brainchild? Yes, it was. We'll give him credit. Danny says, I'm going to scrape people's content, whether in Facebook groups or YouTube, put a short course together for them, send them access to their own course. There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. And guys, I just think it's so very easy when you have a free trial that you can offer people. So we're setting it up to where if you want, you take things a step further, and you know, you get somebody hot and heavy, and you're like, okay, you know what? They got, you know, 30,000 members, whatever, however many members they have. Like, they're a good prospect, and so we're just trying to make it to where you can provide them something and then put them in and get the residual income, right? So hopefully that's making sense to you. And so Ray knew that his prices were regulated, and he knew that this was not going to be like a massive moneymaker, but he knew that if he had enough people coming in, he could do really well. Now, do you have to pay Ray, and do you have to use a service? No. No, I showed you exactly how we put this together. If you want to go out there and you want to hire your own VA for $3 an hour, you can do that. However, I'm telling you, this is the only service that will have EverLesson's name on it, because I needed to have one where I knew the members were going to be taken care of and everything, somebody who was very, very personal, very responsible, an action taker. And so I was very, very relieved to see Ray want to take the job. It was a great opportunity, and I know that you guys will definitely appreciate this. How long before the form is done, Ray?
I will have the form ready by Friday.
Okay, and we talked earlier, like I had to get off a call, but we talked earlier about like if somebody brings to you like 10 courses or something, you give them like a percentage off. Did you give that any thought?
Yeah, we're going to do that, and I'll make sure to put that down in writing, so we're probably going to be like a 10 or 15% off on that, because it's going to be quite a few. So we'll definitely get those details ironed out for sure.
Yeah, and what's going to happen? What's going to happen is an agency holder is going to go out there and close a deal for like $25,000, and then they're going to come to Ray and they're going to pay him like $200, $300 or something, and have everything done.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. And I also think, you know, this was a good fit because Ray had told me a couple of weeks ago, Chad, I want to put together an ad agency. I want to put together a marketing agency. So I'm pretty much forcing him to go that route. He hired his first outsourcer this morning. He said, I've never done that. So we got on a call and we talked about, you know, how to be successful with that, and the way to pay them and how to train them, and some precautions to put in place, because at one time I had 66 outsourcers. So yeah, it's a very, very good direction to go, and I definitely think it's a good benefit for you guys to have, and it's a good benefit for me to have too, because I plan on using him myself, because I don't want to, I don't want to, even though it's easy, I don't want to use EverLesson myself. So hopefully that makes sense.
Well, and another thing is too that people can get caught up with everyday activities, and then it's before you know it, the deadlines are coming up. So it's just good to know that the resource is there. So if you ever get in a pinch or some family emergency or something comes up, it's $135 and the whole course is taken care of for you, for that customer. So you're still going to deliver and you're going to look great. So that's why that Chad and I had that conversation to put together something like this that's available.
Yeah, so Billy's saying, I would like a quote. I have several products all loaded into EverLesson. I do not use Wizard. I am busy working on content and feel a bit daunted about doing the full setup. Yeah, well, there you go. Now you have a solution. Naomi's saying package 3 is cheaper than package number 2. I don't understand the difference between package number 3 and the $150 package. I think this is package number 3 we're looking at, right, Ray?
Yes, this here was just all 3 slides on one, because that's what I learned from you.
So what you did was you made it very, very confusing.
I'm sorry. Well, I was trying to be a slick guy here. As you can tell, I'm having a tough time just with this.
So this ultimately is, yeah, you know what, Naomi, I don't understand it either.
Sorry, hang on, guys. See?
So, okay. So package number 3, oh, here's why. So go back to package number 2. So you'll take your base price. So this is where he's going to go and scrape another membership, another course,
right,
and then basically build it out inside of EverLesson. That's the base price of $65. And then on the next slide, Ray, open that up.
Number 3?
Yeah, well, there is no 3, right? Okay, this one here is, okay, instead of calling it package number 3, call it the premium. Call it a premium package up there.
Okay.
Call it premium upgrade. Can you change that right now?
Yeah, sure can.
They can learn how to use PowerPoint.
Thank you.
Just hit the escape button.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so it's a premium upgrade, Naomi. So if you want package number 2 and you know, you have somebody who has like Kajabi or something like that, so Ray's people are going to go scrape it, move it in the membership and everything else for $65 or whatever. But then he's got a premium package where if you want to have the monetization, the gamification, the resources, basically all the bells and whistles inside of EverLesson, then it's an extra $45. Is that right, Ray?
Yeah, that is correct.
So I think your math is off then.
It could be.
Yeah, so you have to go fix his math. But that's okay.
All right, guys.
You guys get the idea. So you'll take the first 2 packages, and then if you want to add premium to it, you can.
Right. So you got 40.
To be honest with you guys, I didn't give him a lot of time. I told him like a half hour ago, be ready to present it on the call, because I wanted you guys to see, you know, take action. Like when you get an idea, move on it. First decide right away that yes, this is something I want to do. So you make a 5-second decision that fast. Next, put yourself in a position where you're forced to take action, right? Always. If it doesn't work out, okay, he's got the wrong prices up on the screen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He has it out there now. There's no backing out. There's no way he can talk himself out of it. Now he's stuck, right? That's how you take action.
Yep.
All right, so get the prices fixed, and then you'll submit a form where they can get started and get more information?
Yes, and I'm going to get on it sooner than Friday, so I will. I'll make it happen as quickly as possible.
Okay, let me see what else. Let's see. So it's more of what we have that they don't currently have. That's what Hugh was saying. Yeah, in a sense, Hugh, like we're just, I just think we're the best, and I think we're a lot more cost effective. Like I know Kajabi is like $297 a month. What is involved in the process of scraping? Yeah, so that's really hard. You open up another membership, and you would just go ahead and copy the title. You would copy the description. You would copy a video URL, and you would basically just fill the sheet. So what I told Ray is, I want your staff to be able to take any platform, any of them, Kajabi, SmartMember, any of them, and know exactly how to scrape those courses and get them into a sheet where we can get them into EverLesson. Is that making sense to you guys? Okay, let me see. And you guys can do this too. Like, you can follow our footsteps here, and you can do this as well. Let's see. Are you going to be at the event, Ray? Are you going to be at the event this weekend? Somebody's asking.
I was going to, but my stepdad has to go on Saturday for back surgery, so I'm the only family member for him.
Yeah. Naomi's saying this is pretty cool. As an agency holder, I can charge thousands. Sure you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You know, yeah. I mean, I plan on going out there and running ads saying, hey, if you're on another platform and you're frustrated, you're paying too much money, you know, I can either have a service that does it where I basically double raise prices, or I can do it for free and put them in as a member, right?
Yep.
A lot of things we can do, but now we have a team that's going to be really, really proficient and experts in using the system, where, you know, most of you know how to use it, but you're not proficient and experts. Do you have an estimated turnaround time? I know it will fluctuate, but general idea.
That's we're going to be right now. We got the VA on board, and we're going to get her trained and ramp up as quickly as possible. And it's right now, I'm going to say safely about a week, because we're going to get those details covered and addressed as soon as we get back in touch.
Naomi's saying, I would like to know more about the details. How much information do we need to provide?
Okay. I'll make sure to get all that covered.
Yeah, I don't think we have all that yet, Naomi. I mean, this idea just came up last night. We've already hired the girl. She's already being trained, and now Ray's in the process of putting all this together for us. This is Reeve, and I target EverLesson to create courses for a Christian university. The principal of this college is a pastor family friend that needs help to switch from an on-campus setting into the online one for their students. Chad, how do you think is this possible to accomplish and help them out? I want so much to do it because I value their walk with the Lord for more than 50 years. I'm going to take the screen away from you, Ray. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me see if I can get back here. Presenter. Okay, it's not real hard, guys. The only one that's going to be a struggle, I think, is going to be Udemy. And the reason why is because Udemy uses their own video hosting service. So if that person has their videos and everything, then they would load it into Udemy, right? So look, all we have to have is the title, which I'm sure you have that, and then we need to have the description for the lesson, and then we need to have the video URL, and then we need to have a video title, which we usually just use the same title, right? So if we have this information here, this is all we need. So let me just show you real quick. And there's no reason why we couldn't approach somebody that's hosted over here on Udemy and do exactly this and tell them, go ahead and leave it up on Udemy, and let me see if I can get this to open. We'll build it on our system too, right? So this here would be right here. Let me see if I can get that to go. This would be the first category, right? So let's see, we got some funny stuff going on. See, this is why you want to have somebody else do this, right? So we have our category, and then if I open this up, we would have lesson number 1, which I hate it how they do this, but you get the idea, right? So we would have video 1, that's what they have, and then we would have video 2, and then video 3, and then we would just copy that all the way down, right? So we need that information out of your site. So here's the category, here's the lessons. Then we just need the category ID if we are using categories. The lesson description, so in this video you're going to learn this. In this video we're going to show you how to do this. The video type, I highly recommend S3. The video title, we could just say just like this, equals, and then click here, and then boom, and then copy that all the way down. and then none of this stuff matters. So if I look at this, this is all you need from your current setup to build a course inside of EverLesson. This is the base sheet that we need. So, like I said, we can do this with every single platform out there, except Udemy is going to be a challenge because we're not going to be able to grab their URL. Okay? So yes, Christina, absolutely. I think it'll work. Shrita says it's all good. We totally get it. I need premium for a client now. Yes, good. Will he post this in the agency holder group? I think he's going to post it everywhere, and it's going to be inside the platform and everything else. I'm not sure how much they charge their students. They have all credentials and approvals for all their Christian teachings. This is a pastor, 80-year-old pastor, not focused on business and money necessarily. I would love to bring him funds and help their church ministries. Well, there you go. Now you have an easy solution to do it. You just got to fill up the spreadsheet. Let's see. Vicky says, so happy you're doing this, Ray. Beth says, I agree with Naomi. Christina says, I'm an agency holder. Good. All right, guys. So this is, oh my gosh. Since this is your Q&A, go ahead and type in any questions that you guys have on the call. And then I'm going to talk about this event too. Jonathan says Kajabi will be tough as if they are using S3 inside Kajabi. Not necessarily, because if somebody goes and gives us access to their course, then we're going to be able to see the back end, so we'll be able to see the file, right? We're not going to just steal people's courses. Like, we'll have access to the back end where we can see the source. And so you could try to figure all that out yourself, or you could just pay Ray and his team to figure it out, which is what I plan on doing myself. Okay? It'll be good. It'll be really, really good. Okay, so let's see. What price will you be charging for monthly members, and what is the commission for bringing someone in? So none of that's been figured out yet. We're doing all this on ThriveCart now, so we kind of have a different setup for it. But you can look at the pricing here on EverLesson.com and see that we're $47 a month for a starter package, $77 for advanced, and ultimate is $97 a month. That's where we're going to start out. I think we're going to do fairly well, because if you look at the pricing that Kajabi's offering, it's pretty high. So if we look here, pricing, you can see that they're $103 a month, so they're double, $311 a month, and $719 a month, and that's annual. So if we click on monthly, $129 a month, $389 a month, and $899 a month. Okay? So as you can see, our pricing is very, very decent. That's where we're going to start. And I haven't exactly figured out what your guys' percentage is going to be, so we will figure that out here soon. Let's see. Thanks. Any info on event VIP or event stuff would be good. Yes, we're going to do that. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Do you have an update on when affiliate links will be ready? Yes. I checked in with Karthik last night, and they were in the process of moving everything over to ThriveCart. The reason why is because ThriveCart is going to be our choice. That's going to be the platform that we endorse. It just makes sense that if we're going to endorse it, we definitely need to use it. We were all set up on Zaxa already, but I told him, let's move it over to ThriveCart. So I don't think we're that far away. I think we're just a few days away. And by the way, inside of EverLesson, let me see if I can get in there. Inside of EverLesson, we also have add-ons. So when you get a member in on a trial, you're also, these aren't going to be $1 once we do this, but you're also going to make commissions from the add-ons as well. And I'm trying to figure it out to where we're able to cookie you for any future purchases. So like, you know, if they go to our $15,000 event or something like that, you would make a commission off that. If they you know, join course immersion or high ticket webinar, you make money off that. So that's why we're using ThriveCart. We're trying to figure all this out, and plus we want to have it to where they can go and add these into their cart and then check out all at once. We can't do that with Zaxa, but we can with ThriveCart. Okay, Nice that you're working with ThriveCart. Very excited. Yes. I know it's not a priority, but will you ever add slideshow facility to EverLesson? I can host somewhere else if necessary. Yeah, it's not a high priority. Someday I can see where it would come in. We also want to have the ability to add blogs, but oh man, our plate is full, guys. Like I've reached capacity, and so the focus right now is obviously the webinar funnel. So if I go in there, you guys can't see this, but we're getting ready to open this up to you. So everything's going to change. Like if I come over here and I click on sales funnel, this is going to be the new sales page setup. So you can see you're going to go through here and you're going to answer as much questions as you can. You're going to put in like our FAQs, stuff like that, and then you'll see that the sales pages are coming in very, very nicely, no pun intended. And so we're doing a lot of work to this right now, and then these pages will be created for you automatically. So if you're not using multiple packages, you'll have a call to action just like this, and you won't have packages featured on the page like this. Okay? So all that is being done. Our auto webinar funnel is being tested by yours truly. I'm really, really liking it. So far, it's very, very easy to use. You see that now we have a section where you can add a gift. We're also going to have it where you have pre and post survey links, and based on that, it's going to change your email setup. So all that is still being done, and yeah, everything's in progress. And then on top of that, we're also in the process. I've got it all done. Oops, I just showed you guys a sneak peek into what we're doing with survey. There's a new layout that we're working on survey. I wasn't going to show you that, but oh well, you just saw it. But if I come over here, you'll see that this is going to be our marketplace as well. So all this is being converted over to Bootstrap right now, and then we're going to have this beautiful marketplace too. So you'll be able to just refer people for free to the marketplace and get them in our funnels as well. So it's pretty awesome what we're setting up for you guys and everything else, and you guys know that my sole attention right now is on the marketplace, the new features inside of EverLesson, and by the way, by show of hands or comments, how many people would like to see some of the proof features? Do you guys know what proof is, where a little thing pops up and says somebody just bought the course, somebody just registered, somebody just signed up, you know, somebody registered for your webinar? Would you guys like to see that? Because I think we're going to do that too. Right? So we're just going to keep building on to this existing platform because we don't want you guys out there buying all these tools and services all the time. Right? So that's kind of the direction we're going. All right, let me come back over here to the group. So with this event, it's going to be a really good event. Like I said, I kind of have an emergency happening with my family at the same time as well, which has been kind of hard, but it's okay. I want to make sure that everybody knows. We made like 3 posts, but I just want to make sure everybody knows. When I saw the place that my sister had, which my sister is no longer with us, and that's okay. She took on a really good opportunity, and I'm happy for her. But when I saw the place that we had reserved, it was too industrial. I didn't want that. It needs to be a hotel. And so I looked and I saw where everybody was staying. And so I said, okay, I want to get as close as I can to everybody to make it convenient for you guys, make sure it has the right setup and everything else. Okay? So then, just by pure luck, and well, I think it's an act of God, one of my dear friends named Jerry Clark reached out to me and said, hey, Chad, what do you got going on with this event? And so I told him what I had going on with this event. And I said, hey, you know, would you kind of look over my presentation and would you kind of look at this and kind of give me ideas for what you've done for your closes and everything else? So we started working together, guys, and I'll show you some behind-the-scenes stuff here. And we went through and I kind of showed him what I had, and I've been going through here and basically just taking up, you know, his advice and changing things here and there, and just doing different things and putting this offer together. So this is what you guys are going to see me present on the 4th. Now, with some of the changes that are taking place inside the platform, I really don't want to put a lot of people into that intensive yet, because I want to have the auto webinar platform there. I'm a little behind. I wanted it already released. I want to have all those pages done. I want to have everything more in place. But since you all are coming out there, and we do have some people, you know, I shut off the ads, but I didn't shut them off in time. So we do have people that are going to be at this event from around the area, but I don't want what I originally intended. I'm just not at that level, and here's another reason why, okay? So the first day, I'm going to do this presentation. You guys are going to see how this whole entire thing goes down, and then on the second day, what I was going to do was break down this whole entire presentation and see who has the drive to do what it is I do. Okay, so we're still going to do that. We're still going to go to dinner the first night. We're still going to have a good time. We're still going to bond. I'm still going to be a great mentor and coach to you guys and everything else. Nothing has changed with that. But I asked Jerry if, and it was very last minute, I said, look, would you help me kind of explain what we put together? Would you kind of give them the behind the scenes? Would you help me with that? So we'll talk about like the cost of running a Facebook ad, you know, the cost of doing an event. We'll talk about like the profit potential. And by the way, we are going to be selling course immersion at this event, and we're also going to be selling that 15K masterclass. And then eventually this is going to lead to our franchise business for the speaking deal, right? So all of these things are in place, and I want you guys to see that, and I want you to see the overall potential with it. But I also want you to see how this whole entire presentation was put together. And I told Jerry, I said, look, I need you guys to know something. When I cut a deal with Ray, we are not making a penny off that. I just wanted to make sure that we had a very, very valuable service that would make sure you guys were successful with what you're doing and what you're doing with your clients. So we're not making any money off that. Okay, that's not an EverLesson deal, even though it will be branded by EverLesson. I just want to make sure he has enough business because I need that service there myself. Same thing when you guys meet my friend Jerry. He is a beast, closed like over $50 million, very, very known in the business. And I asked him, I said, look, if my license holders want to put this together, and it's very, very important that they become successful, and we go out there and we help them set up their first event, and we show them how to do this advertising, we give them the materials, we do all these other things, if they want to work further with you, meaning you guys would be trained by a powerhouse closer, where he would do exactly with you what he's been doing with me. He would tie in your story, teach you how to close, teach you how to set up your offers, and everything else. I said, could you work with them and make them superstar closers? I mean, obviously it's not going to work with everybody, but if the person's a good fit, could you do that? I said, and I want you to put together an offer. They don't have to take it, but I want you to offer it, and I want them to see how you do the offer. And I want it to be very, very reasonable. Are you open to doing that? And he said, yes, I can do that. I can put something together. So that's the plan. That's the agenda. Is everybody cool with that? Okay, is it possible to get a replay from the workshop? Unfortunately, I cannot make it. No, we're not doing replays at all. And I told you guys that. You guys need to know that I keep my word. We're not doing replays at all. For like the last year, I said when we do this event, I need you to be there, right? So, okay, all right, cool, right? This is a good direction to go here, guys. And I'll be honest with you, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for me to be in high spirits and everything with everything that's going on with my family right now. We have some very, very sad times, and I'm dealing with some things that are very, very hard. But I'm going to bring it anyways because the show must go on, and I know a lot of you are flying in to be at this event. So we're going to do this. We're going to move forward with this, okay? So I just ask that you guys are energetic and you're excited and you're passionate and whether, you know, a lot of you are going to want to purchase Course Immersion if you don't have it already. Some of you are going to see the value of our big high ticket event. And if you do, that's okay. I'll have a discount for you after the event. But I just ask that when we put the order forms out there and everything, that you guys be all excited that you know, you're going to learn some tactics. I don't like having everybody run to the back of the room and all that crazy stuff, because I know that you guys are not going to be able to do that. You're not going to feel comfortable doing that. So there's strategies that we can do, right? So when it's time for close, I'll simply ask people to take their forms, come to the back of the room, or if you have any questions, you know, come talk to me, right? And that way nobody knows the difference, and these are all things that I want you guys to learn as well, right? So I want you guys to definitely take the form, and when you're asked to scratch out the amount, when you're asked to come to the back of the room or whatever, since we are going to video it there and everything else, we want to get some really, really good footage. I just ask that you guys be very, very energetic and you play along, and let's see what happens with the community and everything else. So that's kind of where we're at with things. So do you guys have any questions? Vicky says, sounds like an awesome deal. We have another training down the line. So my plan is, Vicky, the event that you attended in Vegas is going to take place in my home in Vegas. So by the first of the year, I'm probably going to make the official move. It's, you know, that's been hard. That's been an obstacle for me. In my head, I think that I need to be here in the same state, and I need to be near my daughters, even though I don't see them. I only see them every other weekend. So I've always felt like if I leave, then I have abandoned them, and someday, even though I don't get to see them, someday that will affect them. But I realized that it's really held me back, and there's not much here for me except my daughters. So, you know, I'll be flying in to see them. I don't give up visitation, but I am going to finally make the move. And so I will be doing that event out of the house, because I absolutely love that event. I love the results. I love the passion. I loved everything that we did with you guys. It's probably been one of the greatest weekends of my life as far as work's concerned. It was a good time, and I definitely saw some transformations take place, and I saw you guys go to whole new levels, and that event can only get bigger. So I plan on running that event once a month out of the home, and then I want you guys who are qualified to sell it from webinars or you know, from the stage. And when I say from the stage, you don't have to get on like the big stages, just simple little seminars right there in your own hometown, and that's what I'm going to try to portray. This isn't going to be a big room like the EverLesson event, because you guys wouldn't be able to afford that. So I want to show you how we're able to do this in a very cost-effective means, and show you how we're able to go out there and run ads and not have to spend a lot of money. And, you know, I was talking to Jerry, and he goes, you know, Chad, if you're prepared to pay them like $5,000 for a sell or whatever, he goes, I got people that all line up in your program all day long, because they're working for like corporate companies, and they're doing all the speaking and closing and everything, and they're not making that much money. So if you're able to do that, he goes, I'll put people in our program, right? So Things are moving along, guys. Things are looking really good. Beth says, yes, it changed my life. Vicky says, that's big. I loved it too. Yeah, so I plan on holding on to that event myself once a month out of my home. And I also plan on taking people who know that that event was worth the money and it changed their life, and I plan on putting them inside of the speaker franchise deal as well. And if I do that, guys, I want to make sure you understand. If you're out there running an ad and that person attends your event, and then they buy Course Immersion, or they buy your big high-ticket program that you're offering, or whatever it is you choose to do, okay? And then they attend the high-ticket event, and then they decide, you know what, I found so much value in this. This is the greatest thing. I want to go out there and sell it. Well, guess what? We now have the program where we can teach them how to sell as well. Is this making sense? And so if that happens, since that is your lead from the very start, you're going to get commission on that as well. Okay, and I also have people, I hired somebody today that are going to be closing on the phone. So they're going to be taking over all of our strategy sessions. They're going to be handling a lot of the roaring calls that we have inside of our course immersion inside of our other programs, because we got other webinars running out and all kinds of cool stuff, right? So those people will be handling your leads as well, and they'll be calling up and making sure that they attend your events and you know, all those other things. So we're putting all this together right now. I wanted to be a little bit further along than I am, but as I said, things kind of hit the fan, and so yeah, we'll figure it out. Lots to look forward to in the near future. Yes, let me just ask you guys this. Are you guys feeling really comfortable where we're at with things, yes or no? And you can say no, that's okay. You know, I was sharing all this with Jimena last night, and she's like, wow, Chad, she's like, you are definitely a visionary. She's like, I'm just scared that you got too much going on and you end up having a heart attack and dying on me or something like that. But I don't see that happening. I'm in good health. And, you know, I eat very, very well, and I don't drink soda pop, and I work out, and, you know, I'm very, very passionate and happy with what I'm doing, right? So let's see what you guys' comments are. Yes, 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 yes. Dave says, I think so. Beth says, yes, perfect. Vicky says, you'll be in my prayers. Sharita says, yes, very comfortable. Told my husband I'm not sure why I was so scared. Beth says, no, it will all work out. Tom says, a little overwhelmed. Imagine how I feel, Tom. Dave says, you know whether or not this stresses you out. If you're having fun or not overly stressed, then you should be fine. Keep the balance. Yes. So I want to get to the point where we have the programs in place and you guys are making a lot of money. That's my goal. That's a good goal to have, right? It's a good goal to have, and it's starting to get to the point. If you look at what we've done with EverLesson and the spreadsheet, if you look at what we've done with the webinar sign-up pages and the auto webinar, and if you look at the fact that, you know, now you can go out there and run an event and you don't even have to deliver it. If you look at everything we're doing, guys, it's all going to come down to your connections and just going out there and connecting with people. And it's going to come down to you're not even going to really have to do much work anymore. And if you look at what I did with Ray, I'm trying to position myself where I actually don't have to do the work anymore either. I'm going to be focused on lead acquisition and really providing a transformational value in people's lives, and I'm not going to be working like I've been working either. So it's definitely a new direction for me. Christina says, yes, we are so blessed to have you around us. I will ask my family, pastor, and friends and husband to hold you in our outgoing prayer. Thank you, or ongoing prayer. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate it. Cool. Okay, so we're over the hour mark. That was an hour for me because I was late, and I apologize. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer?
Hey, Chad?
Yes, Bob.
I have a question. You said at the event, you know, you want the people that are already EverLesson that are coming to, you know, be in the audience and so forth, right? Do you want them to kind of pretend like they don't know each other as much, or is it going to be like to go home week?
That's not important. I mean,
okay.
It's an event too. I want everybody to get engaged and be excited and be passionate. I mean, that's how all this stuff starts, guys. You gotta, regardless what's going on in your life, and trust me, I am being put to the test right now. Bob can tell you what's going on. It's sad times, but I'm definitely being put to the test, and I got to go out there and I got to be energetic, and I got to bring this energy, and I got to have my happy face on, and I got to give it 110%. And so I want you guys to do the same thing. Regardless if you're scared, regardless if you have fear, regardless if you have something going on in your life, while you're at this event, bring this energy, because that's how doors start opening. That's how we make things happen. Does that make sense? Thanks for bringing that up, Bob. So people, I don't know, Naomi, I think we're expecting 30 to 40 at the event. I don't know for sure. I really hope it doesn't go beyond that with everything going on. But it's all going to work out. Like, I believe wholeheartedly it all works out. I've never, ever once failed at anything. I don't plan on failing anytime soon. There's some questions about dress attire. You can dress how you want. I'll probably be in jeans and a sports coat. That's where I'm comfortable. So yeah, you guys can dress how you want. Just be comfortable, be happy, and let's see if we can get a lot of value out of this. Is there an agenda and a start time? Is it posted out there? So we kind of changed things here a little bit, guys. Let me show you what we have. Thanks for asking that, Hugh. I started split testing some things here, and we started running this page to see if this was a lot clearer to people. So we went and created this page because I want to find the perfect page for you guys. And so we had that page. We started with, let me see if I can find it. We started with, let me see if I got it. Hold on a minute. It's index_old. So this is a page we started with. We didn't do too well with this page, honestly. Hold on. And we made a fatal mistake when we started running all these ads. I had Ray running ads. I had another big guy running ads. And we made a big mistake. And we had this video playing, and this drastically affected our campaign. So we'll make sure that doesn't happen. But if I come over here to schedule, we're going to stick to the schedule, but I'm going to change it to 9. So instead of doing 8, we're going to do 9 to 6. And I'm going to do everything I can to stay on this schedule. So I want you guys to have lunch at 12. I want us to have a break at 10. So yes, we do have a very, very good schedule. And there's a whole entire process that we're going to go through, and we'll kind of cover this on the second day a little bit more. But I just kind of wanted to show you. So like for 10 minutes, we have an introduction. For 45 minutes, I'm going to tell a story. And then it's going to go right into the teaching of the market potential. And then right before lunch, we'll offer the course immersion deal. And then after lunch, we'll talk about easy ways to find our customers. Okay, so we'll do that until 2:30. And then what's going to happen is we're going to start transitioning into you have customers and things of that nature. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to start focusing on taking care of those customers and making sure we have other offers for them. And that's where you guys know the high ticket founders masterclass came in. And so is the flow making sense to you guys? Because if you choose to do this and you choose to work with Jerry, you're going to have the same flow. We're going to present the same materials to you. He's just going to find a way to make your story work, because your story is very, very, very important. And understand, if there are people here in the Phoenix area that don't know me, guys, my story is very important, okay? Your story will be very important too, but that's good news, because if they don't know me, that means they don't have to know you, right? So this is kind of the whole entire process. We're going to give away lead gen monopoly at this thing. You'll be able to give away things like that too. And so, yes, that's kind of the agenda that we have set up for this event. So it'll start at 9, and we've kind of pretty much followed the same exact agenda here. And it's going to be very, very interesting, guys. And I know for a fact that 15K deals can be closed on a one-day event, but it may be later on down the road. I was just talking to somebody a minute ago, and he actually gave me a new page to model after. Let me see if I can find that one. Like we'll cover all these things at the event here, but here's his page that he has, and he says this is the highest converting page. And I'm looking at this going, oh my gosh, there's nothing to this, right? So it's a matter of just getting dialed in. And so what I told Jerry, yeah, Sharita's saying I know that Houston page. It is Houston. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're going to provide all this for you guys. We're going to get this dialed in. So what I told Jerry is I said, look, I want you to do a soft pitch to them. I want it to be very, very affordable. I want it to be worth your time. I don't need to take any percentage of it. And I want you to start preparing with them. Give me a month and a half to get this really, really dialed in, because after this, I'm going to go run another one right here in Vegas. I'm going to follow up like right away and get ads out there for another one in Vegas. And I'm going to have a page like this out there. And I've already got somebody who works with lead pages that's going to come in and start doing Facebook advertising for us, okay? So I've got all this stuff in place. I'm going to get it really, really dialed in, and then you guys will be working with Jerry, and you'll start getting your presentation together and everything else. Does everybody understand the plan now? Pretty good plan, right? Is that good? And that way it gets you time to get your feet wet, and that way we're not, you know, rushing you. You get your story down. You're working with a master closer, right? And so I ask that you have patience while we're putting all this together, because it is quite a feat, but it's pretty awesome. And then what I plan on doing, guys, is once we get this kicked off, I'm not going to be running the Passion to Profit events. Instead, I'm going to be out there targeting people who want to learn to basically close at events. Because now, not only do I have a master trainer besides me, but we also have the product that you're going to go out there and sell, and you don't have to deliver it. Right? So that's the vision. Big, big vision, and it's going very, very well. And I feel very, very good about this. Okay? Is that cool? Shrita says, I could really use the training on closing. Super hyped up about that option. Yes, absolutely, Shrita. And, you know, I've spoken on stage a lot, and I'll tell you right now, there's a big difference between speaking and closing, right? Karthik's pinging me. He's up early. Big difference between speaking and closing. Okay, so Jerry's one of the best. He was at our first event and everything else, and I've stayed in contact with him. He's really, really good. He's really good, and he's going to work with you and position you guys. And yeah, I'm excited. And Shrita, you will be very, very good at this. Naomi will be very, very good at this. Angela will be very, very good at this. Peter will be very, very good at this. Yeah, I mean, we have some people here that can definitely rock this out. Danny Fortes, you'd be very, very good at this. And Danny, you can take over the Phoenix events because they're not the easiest to fill. Oh, cool. Shrita says, yes, speaking I have down. Closing I'm going to improve on. Hey, you know what? I thought that... you know, I thought for sure, actually, you know what, guys, I'm getting a, watch, let me show you something. I'm getting a Facebook message here. Let me show you this message here. See what it says here? He just sent me, he sent me a message. Karthik sent me a message, says, hey, bud. I said, hi. He says, ThriveCart integration for the trials. We have started. There you go. You guys are seeing it live, right? You're seeing it live. We're doing it, right? Here's what I was going to tell you. I thought for sure that I was a really good closer, and I thought for sure that, you know, I was going to go out there and I was going to do our stack and, you know, do everything that we do in webinars and do really, really good. And I got on with Jerry, and he showed me a new way of doing things, and I am so excited with what he shared with me. And the one thing that he shared, and I'll be honest with you guys, he was not cheap to work with. I actually paid him to help me with this event. Not cheap at all, but he will be cheap for you guys because now he knows the offer, he knows the process. He's just got to tie your story in, give you confidence, teach you to seed, teach you to pre-sell, teach you suggestive selling, things like that. And it's going to be very, very cost effective for you. But what I'm trying to tell you right now, and I actually sent a message to Jimena, I said, you know what? I said the one closing technique that I learned from him was worth the price altogether. Like he showed me how to close this 15K deal, guys, where it's just unbelievable. And it makes so much sense, and I've never, ever seen it done this way. Never seen it done. So you guys are going to learn to do that. We're going to give you the order forms, all of these things, right? All of these things. And look, even if you don't close the 15Ks, which if you do this enough, you will, look, we're going to pitch this course immersion right before lunch too, right? And if you do everything proper, this isn't even a separate close. It just kind of all gels together, and then it goes to the stack here, right? So we're going to provide all of those things to you, and I'm even going to give you the option to go out there and white label the course immersion training. What do you guys think of that? So I'm going to give you the option, and you guys know how we do this. You can just go and remove the front bumper, and then you can go ahead and do, let me just show you here. If you guys don't have course immersion, you definitely should. But let me come over here real quick. And while that's loading, Karthik is shooting me all kinds of stuff. See all these updates? Completed the sales funnel admin section. It's enabled in your account. So let's see what we got here. This is welcome to my life, guys. This stuff happens all day long, right? So sales funnel, he says, I completed it, right? Completed the sales funnel admin section under testing. All right. So I got to go and see what he's talking about here. So something is all set up, ready to go for the sales page. So we're getting pretty close to that. But let me come back over here to EverLesson, and we'll come down here, and let me just go ahead and log in here really quick. And I'll show you guys, when you're doing your events, this training right here is the perfect complement, okay? And so what you're going to be able to do is you'll be able to come in here, and this video right here, that's going to be your video. That's going to be your video. And if we play this lesson here, we come over here, boom, that's going to be your video. And then actually that was the introduction to the lesson. And then if we play this one, this whole thing can be all yours, right? So you can put in a new bumper, and you guys know how easily you can go do these introductions right here. Well, guess what? That's going to be all you, if you choose to. I'm not even going to charge you for that. So if you want to go and rebrand Course Immersion, which you're going to be selling at the event, well, guess what, guys? It's going to sell a lot better if you're able to say, I went out there and I shot this course and I partnered with another big marketer. Are you guys, are you starting to see the possibilities here? So how are we going to do that? Well, look how easy this is, guys. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'll have you sign paperwork first, and I just want to make sure that you're not spreading this around. Like, only people that are doing the events are going to be able to do this. And this is not going to be open to everybody. I only want you doing this if you're doing the events. And all we're going to do, you can see I got the first 6 weeks here, is I'm just going to go and give you the zip files, and you're going to go and you're going to import them into Camtasia, and you're going to swap out those 2 clips. That's it. How many people can do this? Yes or no? Can you guys do this? You see, so this is the big grand master plan. I want to make you guys rock stars out there doing your events, and I'll be honest with you, we're gonna have some bumpy roads with this. We will have some bumpy roads, but if you look at every organization that's successful today, they've all had bumpy roads, and as long as we stick with it, as long as we're patient, as long as we're positive, as long as we have a can-do attitude, I am convinced. I am so convinced, guys, because I want this so bad. If you look at everything we're doing with the events, if you look at the direction we're going with EverLesson, and if you guys look at the direction we're going with survey, matter of fact, I know I accidentally showed you guys something I shouldn't have showed you, but if you also look at the direction we're going with survey, this was what was just created today, so I really like this, so I'm going to start converting this. This is what the new survey is going to look like, and the reason why is because we want this to look kick-ass when you guys go out there and when you start running these events. Remember this whole thing? When you guys start doing this, see how everything's tying together, guys, and it's all focused around events and high-ticket platforms. Okay? And I want to take you guys with me on this whole entire process. All right, so there you go. Now I've shared my dream with you, and I'm not just dreaming, I'm taking action, I'm making it happen, and I want you guys to take action, and I want you guys to be patient and be excited, and let's just make this happen, and let's put our heads together, and I'm convinced, so very convinced that this is going to happen for all of you. Okay? All right, any questions before we conclude? Any questions before we conclude? Vicky says you had me at a dream. Yes, good. Super excited. Good. Loving this. I want to do this. Good. Good, 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 good. Sharita says, rock on, dude. Sending good vibes your way. Yes, thank you. I need them. All right. Let's go ahead and conclude right there, guys. And I didn't even do a roll call in the group or anything. Thank you for keeping them occupied, Bob. I appreciate it. And I'll keep you guys posted with where we're going to be having dinner. And we already know where the event's going to take place, so that's progress. We're getting there, so just keep posted in the group, guys, and let's see if we can rock it. Okay? Talk to you again real soon. Take care.